As a wealth manager who specialized in retirement planning, a constant question I used to get asked was, how much should I have in my retirement right now at my current age? A recent survey showed that more than half Americans feel as if they are behind on their retirement plan. But what does behind actually mean?
Behind
on their retirement savings.
In this video, I wanted to cover how much you should have in your retirement account by your current age. I want to cover how much you will actually need when you come to retire, and also offer some vital words of encouragement from a very famous billionaire. Now, throughout my career, I have heard some great analogies when it comes to retirement, but one of my favorites is this one. When it comes to planning your family vacation, you do everything ahead of time. Which airline you're going to fly with, which hotel you're going to pick, even which restaurants you want to visit while you're on holiday. You plan ahead before you get there because it makes sense to do so. Now, retirement is the longest vacation in your lifetime, but for some reason, retirement just seems to never get the attention it deserves or even needs. According to Fidelity Investments, a well-known retirement plan provider, when you come to retirement, you're going to need 10 times your annual salary from the previous year of work. That means that if you're earning $100K a year before retirement, you're going to need about $1 million in your retirement account. Now, if this figure doesn't startle you, it's because you've already subconsciously fell into the trap I just mentioned. You're not giving your retirement the attention it actually needs. You are not planning for your vacation. You're probably already thinking that retirement is far, far away, and this figure seems achievable because there's a lot of time between now and retirement. But if we bring this figure closer to home, the average viewer on my channel is aged between 30 and 40. Now, by age 40, Fidelity recommends that you have 3 times your annual income invested into your retirement account alone. Fidelity say that the average American should have $324,000 in their retirement account by age 40. And on top of that, Fidelity also recommend you should have an additional $20,000 to $40,000 in your emergency fund alone. And if you're thinking, I'm only 30, there's a lot of time between now and 40. By age 30, you should have about $85,000 in your retirement account and between 15 and 31K in emergency funds. Now, the big question is, are you ahead of schedule or have you fell behind Fidelity's figures? For curiosity purposes, drop your answer below in the comments. But the reality is, whether you are in front now or behind, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters now is how you progress going forward. As I mentioned earlier, we need to start planning for our longest ever vacation. And if we overplan, we're not going to be kicking ourselves that we have too much money in retirement. We're only going to kick ourselves if we have too little. So how can we guarantee the best possible retirement? Well, the first thing is to take all the guesswork out of the equation. By keeping things super simple, we know at retirement age we need approximately 10 times our annual salary. So go and open a retirement calculator, play with the figures until you get a final figure that is 10 times your expected salary at retirement. Then work backwards to figure out what you need to invest every single month into a low-cost ETF to get you to this figure you need at retirement. Then we can do something that will separate the doers from the dreamers. When your paycheck comes in, make sure that your contributions to your pension are paid before anything else. I know investing each month is hard, and the monthly figure from your calculation might even seem unachievable. But this figure is what is actually required. It's not even an option. If you leave it a month, a year, this figure that you have to invest every single month is going to get larger than life, and it's going to make you feel absolutely terrible. Remember, this retirement bill is something you have to pay. And that is why I'm a big fan of doing your investments the second you get paid. This is a huge aspect that people get wrong with their own finances. They put their retirement and their own financial future at the back of their budget and the back of their allocation pile. So before you pay Netflix, you should be paying your future self first. Think how crazy it actually sounds that you're willing to pay some billionaire you've never even met from your salary before you're going to pay yourself. It's absolute insanity. Another thing you can do is automate as much as possible. Not having to remember to put away money every single month will make investing into your retirement a hell of a lot easier. Automating your investment process is one of the most effective ways to achieve your financial goals. And there are a couple of ways we can do this easily. One is to have your employer put a part of your salary directly into your retirement account. Another is to set a recurring transfer up from your checking account to your retirement account on the first of every single month or the day after you are scheduled to get paid. For those of you who are lucky enough to have an employer who will match your pension in something like a 401k plan, you can automate this process and get free money contributed to your pension as well. And a side note here, if you're not maxing out an employer pension match, you are literally robbing yourself of some of the only free money you are ever going to get in your lifetime. You're entitled to this money, so why let the corporation keep it? Now, if you feel squeamish about your retirement and planning for it, it's completely normal. But remember, the longer you leave this, the more intense the pain will be and the more stomachache you will have as retirement does get closer. Warren Buffett has a very underrated quote, and it says, "What the wise do at the beginning, fools do at the end." You have all the information in front of you. You know how much you will need at retirement and what you need at 30 and at 40. All you need to do is answer Warren Buffett's simple question. Are you wise or are you a fool? So if you are finally ready to take the leap and get yourself on the right financial track and better your overall net worth, watch this video next because I talk about 10 super easy wealth targets you can knock down right away.